Hello, hello, and welcome. You're watching Passion for Yarn. This is a pop-up live today, September the 30th, 2024, Monday. Happy Monday. All right, so just gonna wait around and see who's around. Come up to the live. Oh, you're on live? All right, sorry about that. My daughter was asking me a question. So today's just a hangout, and I'm going to be working on my project. I actually have not ate all day. Today's a long story, but I'm eating the most easiest recipe in the world. It's peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I already have. And dill pickles that I made from my cucumber plant. Cucumbers and water. Well, today is a beautiful day here in Connecticut. Monday. I decided to come on because I had a interesting morning, and then I was dozing off as I was watching some of the videos here on YouTube, and I didn't want to take a nap. So I said, let me just come up in here and go live and see what's up, what's going on. I've been working on my knitting blanket. I decided, since I have so little yarn left, I'm just going to finish it up, but I'll show you. I started yellow. I started on the yellow when I showed you the last live. But I'm just going to give people a few minutes, see who's around. There's nothing like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Woohoo! The only thing I forgot, well, I don't have is bananas. I would have put bananas in it. It's not something I eat all the time. I'll tell you why I'm eating this. But today I had an appointment. I had an appointment for my knees. And when I got there, the elevator wasn't working. So I'm like, great. On the day that they're going to give me injections in both of my knees, now I'm going to have to use the stairs. So anyway, long story short, it's a quick visit. And everybody was complaining about the stairs, because everybody that goes into that office, it's a pain management doctor. So everybody's suffering for pain. So they were all like, wow, we got to go up and down these stairs. But I was very sad for the elderly people. Anyways, hopefully it'll be fixed by next week. I have to go 2 more Mondays from here. And I'll be done for the shots for 6 months. I'm happy because girl has been hurting. So I'm done with my appointment. I go up the flights of stairs, and then I go to start walking towards the car, and just telling you something very sad that happened today. It broke my heart. So I'm walking. When you leave the office, it's a little bit of steep hill, just a little bit. But all these people ahead of me, there's so many people out there hurting and so much pain. All these people ahead of me all had canes, except this very elderly lady. And the weather's beautiful today. I mean, I wear a hat and a sweater because it was cold when I got up this morning. I still have not put my heater on because I will not. I refuse. It's not heater time. So it's been in the 50s here at night. So they're all walking slow, and I'm walking, medium pace, until I was getting to the car. I started feeling the effect of the medicine. So I passed this elderly lady. This please, please, if you have time to take your grandmother or a neighbor who is like up in age. I mean, she's up there in age. She was by herself, but she was everybody had a cane except her. And I'm like, she's walking baby steps up this hill. Little bit of a hill. Not too much. And so she keeps looking up. So I'm thinking her ride is coming with the car to come get her. So I started walking towards the car. There were other people behind her. And I get in the car and I look through my rear mirror and the lady falls flat on her back. I was probably 30 feet, 40 feet away from her. But on the rear mirror of the car mirror, cause she's behind me about 30 feet away, 40 feet away from me. She lady's really tall and I just saw her go down. I hear people screaming and a lady screaming and she's like, oh, she couldn't lift her because she is in bad shape herself. So she's like screaming for some people to come and help, some younger people that work in that building that came out, and the lady was not moving. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened to her. So the lady that was behind her was saying describing what had happened. She was getting some shake and she fell down. And I'm like, and when I saw her, she was flat down, facing up. So I know she hit her head. I don't know what she went there for, but obviously she saw the doctor. So that was very disappointing to me. I was very sad. I immediately started praying for her, and pretty sure they called 911 and everything. But it was just, it was very sad to see something like that. I never saw an elderly person fall like that. And that age, she could have broke a hip. She could have broke many things. Who knows? Maybe she didn't break anything. I pray to God she didn't. But she had fully white hair. And I don't know. Maybe she's in her 80s. But she fell back and she wasn't moving. It was sad. I was just praying to the Lord right there in that minute. And I was like, Lord, please help this lady. And so I was thinking of her all the way till I got home. So I just wanted to go home because when they give you these shots, I shouldn't be driving. But they're letting me drive now. And you got to be careful with these doctors' offices, because at the beginning they were like, well, we'd rather have somebody come with you, and they'd let them drive you. And this is when you were just getting one knee done at the time. Today I got both of them done. So as I'm driving, I'm feeling the fact of that I got home, and I am just so this truck is blocking the driveway, and I'm like, just when you're like not feeling well, you saw this dramatic thing that just happened in front of you, this elderly lady that fell, and you're like sad about it. Plus you have your own things going on, and I just want to get home. And they're always blocking this driveway. And so I was nice. I was like practicing to be patient. I was like, Lord, please let me be patient. Help me be patient. Because I was already upset because of what happened to this lady. And I want to hurry up and get home because I still have to go another few flights of stairs to get to my apartment. So they blocked the driveway, and I put my single light for the man to leave, to move the truck. Anyways, it looked like a garbage truck, and he sees me there, and I do one beep beep. He's still not moving. His lights are on, the brake lights are on, and everything. I know somebody's in the car. The truck was on, so I'm like, okay, and I boop, 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 boop. And he still didn't get out, and I just gave it to him. I was like, boop. I just wanted to get home. He had no right to block that driveway. Behind him, there was so much space. You probably could have fit 4 more cars. But no, they decided to come all the way to the driveway and block it near the corner. So then he still didn't move the car. So now here I am with these knee injections, starting to feel the effect of it. I had to get out my car to tell this man to move the truck. Unbelievable. So then he starts playing around with me, teasing me, like moving the car like this, little by little. And I was like, okay, so if you want me to call the police, I could do that. And then he moved. Come to notice, I come and park the car. I see him parking the car in the other side, and he's walking past my house. I said, oh, he works. He's working over here. So he was one of the workers over here. And so then I came upstairs, and the reason I couldn't, I was upstairs, and I was telling my daughter about the elderly lady that fell. And I just, I know she hit her head, and I just gonna pray that she's okay. But I guess I'll find out next week when I go back. And I told my daughter, when I get to that age, if I'm healthy enough to be by myself, okay. But when I get to that age, please don't let me go to the doctors by myself. That was sad. The lady was tippy-toeing, baby step, trying to walk that sidewalk. She should have never been by herself, or whoever was getting the car should have told her to sit down and he'll get the car, because there was a bench at the door of the building. She could have sat there. Anyways, I come home. I'm starting feeling the effect of the medicine, and it starts hurting and everything. So I just lay down, and then I just picked up my knitting project and put some videos on, and then I started dozing off. But I was hungry. I was starving, and I was like, okay, I need to eat something. And I just did the easiest thing, was the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, because, hey, Susan, how are you? How you doing? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. So this is just a hangout, talk, video, chit chat. And let me show you the project. And I decided I'm going to finish this since I got to take it easy today. I was supposed to take it easy today, and then tomorrow I could go back to my normal routine. So I decided not to look for the yarn for the C2C blanket, because I should have done it last night, but I had to cook yesterday and I just didn't have time. But when I got off the live, this is the front. When I got off the live, I was just starting the first row of the yellow. So now I'm done with the yellow. And so that's garter stitch. In the middle is what's called a C stitch. I was saying something else yesterday. It's a C stitch. So that's a C stitches. I learned that for knitting. So this is really like a practice blanket for me. But then I got to the pink. So right now it's the C stitches right there. That's how the C stitch looks. So the top, and making it exactly the way the bottom is, whereas the yellow and the pink and the white, I'm done with the purple. There's no more purple. So it's yellow, pink, and white. It's going to have that C stitch there and the garter stitch there. So this is all I got from working on it since I left the live. When was I live? I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. Not feeling so well today. Oh, I'll keep you in my prayers. I'll keep you in my prayers so you feel better. Sorry to hear that, Susan. Hi. How's everything else with your house and everything? So yeah, so it was so sad. I hope she's okay. The lady was not moving. I hope she's okay. I never saw an elderly person fall. And she fell on the sidewalk. So it's very sad. Since I'm not doing much today, I will be finishing this today. Definitely will be finishing it because I have very little left. And I'm in a different area. I am here where my bed is because I have to rest. I put up my legs for a little while because when I first got home, I didn't really sit right away. You know, you got to take care of the kitchen and all this other stuff. And then I was like not feeling well. And I'm like, okay, let me stop. So I'm excited to learn the C stitch. So the C stitch is a beautiful stitch. Um, can't find the book where I learned how to do this stitch. It's here, but I moved some things around, but I'll find it. But the C stitch is very simple. You do knit one. You start with a row of knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, all the way to the end, and then you turn your work. So when you turn your work, whatever's purl, you knit that one, and then whatever's a knit, you purl it. So you do the opposite. So like right now, I'm at the first one is a knit, so I'm gonna purl it. The second one is a purl, and I'm gonna knit it. So then when you do that, you keep doing it and keep doing it as many as rows as you want, and then it looks like a C. You know, the C where you plant vegetables, and it's called a seed stitch. So it's right there. See? That's how it looks, a C stitch, right there. Yeah, it's very simple. I love it. Sometimes you see this work that people do, like me, like first time knitter. You know, I only been doing it for 2 years, and then you go and you watch everybody else's their projects, uh, other different knitting stitches, and you're like, wow, I'm never going to be able to do that. But then when you have a book that teaches you how to do it, you're like, oh, why was I worried about it? All that fuss about it. It was simple. This one is simple. I'm not saying they're all going to be simple, but this one is simple. I do like it very much. So, yeah. So I'm going to be purling the first one. Yes, I hope she's okay. I don't know. It was a beautiful day to go out today, but like I said, I'm just gonna leave that for tomorrow. Hopefully, I have great weather over here tomorrow. Well, um, so much going on, huh? So much going on in this world. I got a new plushie. You know, guys, I love um plushies, but this one was my daughter's. Hold on, I'm looking at something. So you know how much we love sloths. Anyways, now is mine. So I got a new sloth. I'm going to be making him. I'm going to be copycatting this stuffed animal, and I'm going to make it in a different way. You know, not necessary fur yarn or, the colors. But he's cute. He has a cute smile. Um, Maybe I'll make a few for Christmas and stuff. He's adorable. He got a big head. Yeah, see his head? Look at my head and look at his head. Yeah, so I have him here next to me so I can remind myself that I have to look for the yarn for that as well to start getting everything all together. Um, that's the one I always wanted it. And yep, so she didn't want it anymore. She gave it to me. So I'm like, okay. So I'm glad I'm going to be finished with these projects. I'm glad I'm finished with a few of them. Well, I'm very sad at what's going on in this world. And just keep those people in South Carolina, North Carolina. Wow, what water could do. I saw somebody's house just floating away and then it just flipped. And I saw a car wrapped around a tree and the tree was still standing. it's just sad because the death toll went up to 100, over 100 people, and those are just the ones that they found. They haven't. They're still looking for more people. I have a cousin, I have a cousin, which I'm going to be contacting my aunt today in Puerto Rico, that lives in North Carolina. And, he just moved there not too long ago. I'm sorry the video looks a little dark than usual, but I ain't trying to be going over there to sit in that chair. I need to rest over here. Hey, Jeanette. She's saying hello. And she's on her DIY Life channel. How you doing? And she also has a other channel. Her first channel is DIY Creation. Are you lurking and working? Yeah, so I'm glad I'm going to be finished with this. Well, I say finished, but body-wise finished. Then I got to figure out what I'm going to do for the border. But, yeah, it's a lot of fun making this. I got to look back when I first showed you guys this and see how long it took me to make this. Because to me, it seemed like it just flew by. I don't know. But it was a pretty, I mean, all this different stitches and everything I did. I thought it was going to take me longer. You're doing good. That's awesome. Well, hopefully I'll be doing good too, since you're asking. I'll be feeling better today. I got some medicine for my knees, so for today I have to rest. And I have so much to do. But sometimes we got to take it easy, guys. Us moms, our jobs are never done. I still have to cook. I was planning to wash more clothes today. I'm trying to get all of our fall and winter clothes ready. Taking the coats to the cleaners. Getting ready early because with this crazy weather, who knows when we're going to get snow. So, all the leaves are falling. They're changing color. It's just beautiful over here in New England. It's going pretty fast. It started on the last week of August. It's going pretty fast. Maybe too fast for what I wanted to go. But I want to go visit one of my favorite parks here where, oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. All the trees are all changed. There's this one tree that the leaves turns pink. I don't know what kind of tree that is. But yeah. But I'm excited. I'm waiting for the weather to change. It has not changed much, only at night. Only at night it has been in the 50s here in New England. I bet it's beautiful over there. I believe you. Because it's nice over here. It's a little overcast. It looks like the sun is trying to come out. Then it comes out and then it hides and it's a little cloudy. But yeah. Maybe we shouldn't complain. I remember when my grandson's birthday was around the time of his birthday, it was always the weather from that point on was you had to wear a sweater. It was a cooler temperature than now. Because I remember when he always wanted us to celebrate his birthdays outdoors, but we didn't because it was just too cool to do it outdoors. And that was September 14th. We are a few more days from now. It'll be October. And people were outside today with shorts. That lady I told you that fell, she had shorts on. And I mean, I wouldn't take it that far, but to each his own. But she had a long sleeve shirt on and some shorts. But everybody here did not have a sweater on or anything like that. They had t-shirts on. It was a beautiful day. Beautiful day. But we gotta be grateful and enjoy the take the blessings as they come, because I be Hi, Rosalie. How are you? Welcome. How you doing? Because man, there's a lot of people that's not with us today, right? And we were able to wake up today, right? Our creator's the one that gave us breath and opened our eyes. Praise the Lord for that. But when I didn't even want to, it took me a couple of days to watch the news for what's going on in the Carolinas. I was like, oh Lord. I was like this. I just saw the thumbnails here on YouTube, and I was like, oh Lord, I can't. I just can't. Because the last time I saw was about the elderly man that 4 trees fell on his house and it killed him. And I just saw the thumbnails and I was like, wow. Wow. And that's all I could say. It's actually 77 degrees today. Wow, that's awesome. I'm telling you, my plants love it. I still got tomato plants still growing tomatoes. Thanks to this weather. And not only me, my neighbor too. She just gave me beautiful tomatoes the other day. They're just still coming. There's this beautiful weather. I don't know. That's what I said. We got to take it day by day, guys. We got to take it day by day and count our blessings. You know what I mean? Because who knows if that hurricane came up here to the northeast coast, to us. Hey, you never know. Not too long ago, we had floods here. We had that rain, that tropical rain that came down here in New England. And now it's been it was a month ago. And man, I saw my own eyes. I put a video. I put the link in my community post, I believe is, of a person who lives in that town. He took a drone. He flew over the town to show you what actually the flood did to that town. It was horrible. And 2 people died in that town. But that's the first time that I'm able to see something like that with my own eyes, because in the northeast coast, we get hurricanes and stuff like that. But the bad hurricane I ever remember here in the northeast coast was, I was still a teenager. That was a huge hurricane. And we get them, but we don't get them like down south. Count our blessings, But that flood that came last month, that was no joke. But it just tore down the bridge. It just the lake, where the lake was, and all the land and where the tree was, just like it just slide right off like butter. It's just amazing what water could do, guys. Always take precautions. If they tell y'all, yo, you're in the zone A and B, gotta be, you gotta go to a shelter. Don't play with your life. This is a dangerous zone. It's life threatening. Though, yo, do what they tell you to do. Just forget about your TV. Forget about whatever's in your house. Take your pets. But take a backpack, whatever, get prepared. Listen, a house could be replaced. Everything could be replaced, but a life cannot. I don't know what happened to those people. I can't say. Maybe they tried to flee and everything, and it didn't work out for them. But like last year, there was a hurricane that was hitting Tampa, and my sister lives there. So I told her, hey, I asked her, is that your zone? They talking about? And she's like, no, that's not my zone. We'll be all right. And she was good. But I always say, listen to the officials. They know, the police, the fire department. They know what they're talking about. They tell you to leave. You might end up with the shirt on your back, but you got your life. I just don't understand. It's just sad what happened. Maybe they couldn't evacuate. I don't know. But I pray that my cousin's okay, because he lives in North Carolina. And like I said, he just moved from New Jersey. So, but I'm just trying to say is, when I see things like that on TV, these little things that are going on in my life or my health is very small. It's very small compared to what these other people are going through. You know what I mean? People lost family members, friends, pets, their homes, their memories, everything that was in that house. Hey Michelle, how are you? How you doing? Welcome in. Hey Lydia, welcome in from Yarn Works by Lydia. Michelle from Crochet and Crafts, welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, I don't, sometimes I get upset, like, God knows what I'm going through. And sometimes I get upset and then I see things like that and I'm like, okay, all right, I got it. I was, I don't know. I just see things that way. It might just be me. Maybe it's not just me, but that's how I see things. It could be me next time. Who knows? God forbid. But we could get a hurricane here, or and I heard of tornadoes. Woo! Oh my gosh! Mix a tornado with hurricane. Those people need help, y'all. If you guys could help and donate and stuff like that, help and donate them, donate to help them at least to get the food they need, to at least food, and to watch whatever little clothes they could find. Right now they're over there probably looking through stuff to see what they could recover, from their lost. Yeah, but anyways, it's just I just wanted to talk, bring that up because it's been I don't know, guys. I don't know if it's me, but this has been going on since the hurricanes have been worse and getting more worse since 2020. Since 2020. The last hurricane we had here was 2019. I was living up on a hill, so it didn't really affect me much because I was living up on a hill. But I had a garden and in the backyard there, and they were telling us it was going to be bad. So I tried to save as much as my plants as I could. I put them on the porch, away from the yard, not the big ones. I just like, I'll leave you guys to God. I'm gonna bring the other ones on the porch and try to save my food that I was growing. When it was all over and done, and they sent an alert that we had to go to our basements. And me and my daughter did not play with that. Some people don't take that seriously. And we go into the basement. And we went to the basement and we took water and whatever. But then we had our phones and Wi-Fi was still working. So then we knew when to go back up. And when I opened the back door, the whole yard was just full of branches and leaves and debris. There was debris in the front of the house. I had a porch in the front and the back. The porch in the front had all this debris on it. My house was near a forest, the woods. Okay. And so I take that seriously. I wish I wasn't even in the house, but I was lucky I had a basement. I did lose my electricity for 3 days, and then I had to go to my daughter lived in the same town at that time, but it didn't hit her side of the town like it hit us. She was literally lives 8 minutes away from me. And thank God she had electricity, and we stood over there at her house for 3 days until the but some people weren't so lucky. Some people didn't have electricity for about 3 weeks, and then they were telling us, like they were telling them that we have the high school here has a pool, and so they were saying they could use the pool. They could come to the, I don't know why they were telling the pool, but they were saying that they could come into the high school and use their showers and stuff like that. But yeah, it was, you got to take that seriously. It's just that I just can't really click on those and watch anymore. I just pray to God for them. And if I have the money that I could help, I could help. But I'm just saying, look, life goes on, and you never know that this could happen. This could happen to anybody. This could happen to anybody. But we just got to keep them in our prayers, and they will rebuild. And it's just awful. I'm glad that I moved out of Florida in 2014. Woo! And when I go visit Puerto Rico, I make sure it's not hurricane season. No, I don't want to deal with it. I remember when I was 8 years old, my mom took me to Puerto Rico to live with my dad when I was 7, but I had a birthday over there, so I was 8. And this bad hurricane hit Puerto Rico. I was 8. I was from the city. I didn't even know what a hurricane was, how it looked, nothing. And this hurricane came. They lived in the country, and this hurricane came. I can never forget that loud noise I heard of that wind, and the roof wanted to fly off. And I will remember hiding under somewhere, and I kept screaming and screaming and screaming. And then my father was telling me to be quiet. You know, he didn't raise us, so he didn't know nothing about having little kids around if they're screaming and all that. I think I was only with him till I was 3, and then my mother moved back to the States, and they lived here. I was born here, and then they moved to Puerto Rico, and then they moved back to the States. And then that's in the time that Connecticut. I don't know. I was a little girl, so I can't really tell you. But my mother couldn't find a job or anything here in Connecticut, and there were no jobs or nothing. So she has sent us to live over there, so he could take care of us. While things look better over here. I don't know if there was a recession. I don't know what was going on. So yeah, I don't ever forget that hurricane. Oh my gosh. I was like, and my father tried to explain to me what it was. And I was like, is it coming back? It was bad, y'all. It was really bad. All right, let me get Nightbot in here so he could drop y'all a link. Anyway, so I'm just having peanut butter sandwich today and my pickles. You know, guys, I gotta show you how to make these. Even if you go to the store and buy cucumbers from the grocery store, I would like to share this recipe with you guys. I made this a month ago, and it's still nice and crispy and very tasty. I made my own dill pickles. Yeah, homemade. So let me see here. It's so nice to have you guys here. Thank you for coming. For coming to the live and spending a little time here with me. Don't worry, I won't take long. I will not be taking it. It's 3:51 p.m. Eastern time here. Let me see here. Oh, guys, I had to share something else with you guys. I had to bring it to God in prayer. I did, because I thought that was fishy. And my daughter's here. She could testify to that. There is a stop sign after my house, and I go down the street. A car almost hit me while I was alone twice. And then the third time was when my daughter was in the car. I have been living here almost a year. I never, I've been driving the car for 2 months. This just started happening. I'm like, this is very suspicious. It's in the same area. Right? When you're like, oh, Elaine, what's so suspicious about it? Well, I'm talking about it as a sense of, I need to pray to God about it so he can protect me from whatever's going on. That is, I'm going to tell you the worst one. So there's a stop sign. So I'm at the stop sign, and here comes this car. At first, I didn't, I was letting another car go. So I'm at the stop sign waiting for him to move. And I don't know where this car came from. Okay, guys. So just type the word blue. Give him a few seconds. Let me just put in myself there. Hold on. I believe we are in spiritual warfare, okay? I believe that I am. Everything else going on. But anyways, I'm at the stop sign, and I don't know if this red car comes out of any. I don't know. I mean, I could have. The street is it's a whole block before he got to me. So I didn't see where he came from. And I'm like at the stop sign, waiting for a car to turn. And all of a sudden, this car, I hear, and you could see the smoke coming from the back of his car, and he's like going like this, and I moved up a little bit, but I couldn't move much because the other car was turning. And I was like, oh Lord Jesus, thank you for your angels, protect me. And I'm looking at that guy. He gave me this look, and it just kept straight. And he took it was weird because when you go straight, it's another traffic. Like either you go straight or you take a left. You go up the hill. But when you go up the hill and you go straight down, he could see me again. I can't explain. It's like a turn like this, but I'm over here. Anyways, it's like a D, the letter D, the way the street is this way. And then if you go here, it goes like this. And then I'm still here and he could see me. So I went straight and I was like, oh, thank God. But I was at a red light. And then he comes down the hill. Tell me why he gives me this look. He's looking at me and he goes up the hill and I'm like, okay, dude, you do you. Hey, go home. Leave me alone. All right. The next day again, the same quarter. I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Nobody could see a red sign that says stop. So then I'm like, okay. Then I went and picked up my daughter from work 2 days ago. 2 days ago, she's in the car, and it was in the passenger side this time. So we got off the exit, we're coming home. We're at the stop sign. But that's that left turn I told you already. We're on the opposite side. I'm at the stop sign. I'm looking. There's no car. I start going. All of a sudden, there's a car speeding down the hill. But I didn't see it. And then my daughter was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, he had a stop sign. I'm already driving. And he comes down the hill and he doesn't put the brakes at all. And he just went, arr! And I was like, oh my gosh. And it started moving. He would have crashed right into the front passenger door where my daughter was. And then he starts swirling. Then he started like tailgating me, like, and they start going, arr! Like this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just a few houses away from home. And he's like, arr! So I had to pull over. Just to let that maniac go. You think that the police was on his tail. And he just took off. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? It got so bad for me that I was like, now when I get to that corner, I'm like, just looking, just making sure. And then I take off. And I always got to use the highway every day. And I'm like, oh, Lord, please protect me. Because, they be some crazy drivers out there. You got to have 4 eyes. And you know what's so sad? That I'm starting to teach my daughter how to drive. And she has to see all this. I'm like, girl, you need to have 4 eyes. You got to have here, there. And you got to really look. Because some people, they just don't care. They don't care about the other person's life. I don't know if he was high. I don't know if he was drunk. I don't know what he was doing. But I tell you one thing, he missed it. He didn't see no stop sign that was, it was red and it said stop. And he just took off. So I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. I don't need another accident. I don't need an accident. Everything else going on with my body, I don't need an accident. I'm still suffering from the first the car accident I ever had in my entire life. Was in 1997, 1998, and it just messed up my back. And I wasn't even a driver. I was a passenger side. I was a passenger. So, yeah. So you got to keep your eyes open. But that was interesting. I was like, 3 is a charm. And I was telling him, I was like, you got to pray before you leave your house. You really do. But, anyways, I might be. See if he's going to drop your link. Yeah, so I'm enjoying this stitch very much. I'm going to be doing a washcloth with this stitch. And it's very easy. It's hard for you to make a mistake because all you got to do is look at the other stitch on this needle. I don't want to drop that. So this needle is working on the stitches in this needle. So you just look at the stitch, and then the V is a knit, and the one that looks like a pearl, which is round, is the pearl stitch. So you just do the opposite, and it comes out like this. I think I'm going to be reading more books for patterns because Uh, I've been knitting for almost 2 years. It's the first time I did this stitch. So it's so easy to do. But I'm just ready for to be done with this so I could work on my other 200 whips. I have 200 whips, and then I have no, so I'm kidding, guys, not 200 whips, but there's a lot of whips. And then some other stuff I wanna start working on. Yeah, but yeah. No. So what you guys are working on? I have these birds, man, they be tripping. I have another patio here where I'm growing winter crops. Well, some of the birds live in our roof or in the between the roof and the building. I don't know. They made a nest somewhere. And so I leave my house the other day and I'm like, look at these birds. They be tripping. Are they trying to give me a sign? Because their nest was it looked like they just tore down their nest house. And then every little strand of that was in each pot. I literally gonna take a picture of it, y'all, so y'all can see I'm not lying. It's like in each pot. Like what? Why? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pots out there growing food, and they all got the nest bedding. And I'm like, are they mad at me because they couldn't, find a seed they want to eat? It's bad enough that they already ate all my sunflower seeds. I didn't even get to eat one sunflower seed. They tore that up. Mm-hmm. But anyways, I can't wait for the winter crops so I could start having my salads and stuff. Cause the grocery stores, I'm still keeping my eye on it. The prices are still the same. So my daughter's 19 now. She could have started last year, but she's 19 now. And winter's almost around the corner, and we're working on getting teaching her. Hopefully she will take the driving test before it gets really bad out there, because I don't like to take out the car in a weather like that, especially in a snowstorm. So I think, was it yesterday, she asked me, how do you vote? So she's thinking of voting this year. This will be her first time. And so I told her how it was. And she's going to be a first time voter. Yes. These kids, they're all growing up so fast. Guys, be careful for you marry women out there that are up in age. Not up in age, but maybe 40, 50. It's a true story. They lied to us about menopause. You could get pregnant after menopause. Okay? Don't. Why all these, I was at church. There was this woman that she was 45. And to her surprise, long story short, so I don't have to tell you the whole story because the pastor told us the whole story, and it was so hilarious because she kept getting those morning sicknesses, or like any certain food stank to her, or somebody's perfume or house cleaning product or something. So she thought she was, what was wrong with her, because she's past her bearing age. So somebody told her to go get checked because she might be pregnant. Oh, and the pastor wanted to see that miracle. He went with them. Not in the room. He went to the doctor's appointment to see if, wow, because this is going to be a miracle, right? Oh my gosh, they were like ready to settle down, don't have no more kids. Their kids are already grown, whatever. They all left the nest and you're just enjoying your time with your husband alone at the house, picking up little maybe going back to school or a little hobby here and there or whatever you're doing, right? When you're empty nesters, you always find something to do. That doctor told her she was pregnant. So she goes and has the baby, which I seen the kids. The following year, she's pregnant again. So I was joking around with my daughter. I was like, Maya, what will you think that when I get married, right? What will you think if how will you feel if I have another baby? Because man, these it doesn't matter you're middle age. If it's meant for you to have a kid, you're going to have that kid. It was they seen it as a miracle from God, right? Nothing's impossible for God. I mean, Abraham was 100 and Sarah was 90. Well, anyways, y'all know that story. So she looked at me like, well, do you want to raise kids at that age? Oh my gosh, I thought that was so funny. Working few projects. I'm dealing with knee pain. I see a specialist for my knee on October 16th to see if I would need surgery on my knee. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think because you had an injury, right? So PT's not working for you. Lydia, I will keep you in my prayers if you're still here. Hey, Maxine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Maxine Marshall, how are you today? Good evening. Did you go to the service on Friday, the special service? This is Maxine, guys, my friend from Connecticut. She lives in the same town I do. I don't see you at church. Yeah, because what happened was I sent the pastor a text and I said that the other Sunday that you didn't see me, that I was going to a Spanish church. I was going to a Spanish church, and just to go and connect with my my Spanish people, and then I told him I was going to go to Friday. Friday was that special service at the other town, but it didn't work out because my daughter's schedule, it's 4 towns away from me. So it was a 2 hours difference from the time I had to. It's a long story, but I'm going this Sunday. Yeah, because I haven't been to the Spanish church since February of this year. Yeah, and I love the pastor over there too. He's funny. He is funny. Yeah. So how you doing, Maxine? I like my hallelujah Spanish too, because they be getting down. Woo-wee. I got to get a little bit of that sazon. Hallelujah sazon. Anyways, probably people saying, what is she talking about? Well, when you go to church, different cultures celebrate, they worship. We all worship the same God, but some are more quieter than others. Others are, they like to really shout and praise and yeah, so that's why I wanted to go check them out and tell them also so the pastor know that I'm okay. You're here for the glory of God. Amen. Amen. Yeah, because we're all the body of Christ, so and they are closer to my house. They're in the evening though. Our church, our services are in the 12 o'clock. But I miss those Spanish songs. Uh, Spanish songs that the gospel songs that we'd be singing to the Lord, or hymns in Spanish. You know, sometimes I miss that. I want to go over there and fellowship with them. Yep. Did you go Friday, Maxine? Did you go Friday? All right, so that's a pearl. Oh, you went? How was it? Was it good? You know, my daughter lives there, but she didn't. I invited her, but she said she was too tired. She didn't get enough sleep because I was gonna hang out in her house until it started. But she said she was taking a nap, and I didn't want to bother her. You know, she works hard. I didn't want to bother her, so I'm like, okay, that's awesome. I can't believe I finished my first meal of the day at 4:10 p.m. I will not be having dinner today. Well, it depends. This is just a sandwich. Anybody want to come up? If anybody want to come up, let me know. Oh, I'm waiting for a nice day to take pictures. I love my skirt so much. Maya, let me get that bag right there. That one. Yep. I'm gonna show for the people that haven't seen it. But I'm still gotta work. I changed it a little. Y'all see it. I changed it a little. Just the bottom. Just the bottom of the skirt. I was gonna leave it blue, and then I changed my mind because I thought that, and I just gotta sew in the loose ends of that part. But I thought that it didn't look right, and so I added the green in the bottom. See the green? Let me see. Let me change this. Sorry, I don't know how to drink water. Hold on a second. Let me see something here. Okay. So I thought that the blue by itself didn't look that I thought it needed something else. And so since the green was only on the waist in here, so I decided to add the green in the bottom, and I think it looks very nice. It was just the blue. So I tried it on the other day, and I was like, I feel like something's missing. What do you guys think? I think it was a good choice. But anyways, I'm waiting for my daughter to we're gonna go to the park together. She's gonna take me a picture with it. It's just so pretty. It just the only thing is that I'm gonna have to crochet a drawstring because this here is loose on me. But other than that, she fits like a glove. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. I want to do another one. Different colors, of course. I want to do another one, different colors. And you know, she's not heavy when you put it on. I thought it was gonna be a heavy skirt, but you know, when you pick her up, I think she weighs about, when you pick her up like this, it probably would seem to you a little tiny heavy. I wouldn't say. I should put her on my food weight machine. But anyways, on the scale, she probably weighed about less than 5 pounds. I think less than 5 pounds. So that was good. So that's the only difference that I did was the green. I think it didn't have enough green. But I stopped there. I only did that green one row, half a double on the bottom, half a double crochet. The rest is it's a extended double crochet, but here this is half a double because I'm short. So when I do the tutorial, I'll explain to you guys, like, you know, if you're a taller person, of course you could keep going, you know, you make it to the size you want. But for me, it's a perfect size for me. You'll see when I take a picture of it and try it on. Definitely I cannot make those especially that style skirt all the way to the a little longer than what I did, because then it will look like, you know, I don't know, it look like I'm Cinderella or something. It'll be like I'm wearing a bell or something. No, so I said no, let me just stop there. That's a perfect size for me. Yeah. Well, it came. I can't wait. I have it right there, and I was thinking of doing a match. I was thinking of doing a cardigan for it, because I already have the top that I'm going to wear this with. But I was thinking the top is not crochet; it's just regular fabric. So I was thinking of doing a cardigan, the cardigan to go with this. So I was thinking not a long cardigan. It's going to be cropped, and it's going to be this green. So I hear that Walmart has their yarn on sales. This is the Walmart one I got, the green. I don't have very much left for a crop sweater. Think they got their yarn on clearance for $1.50. So I'm gonna go tomorrow when I feel better. After I drop off my daughter at work, I will be going over there to check out to see if they have the one I need. But you know that in different countries where does that lady live? She lives somewhere in the UK, where she did a Walmart yarn haul, and to my surprise, she said that this yarn that looked at just like Red Heart Super Saver, oh my gosh, what was that? The one with different colors that I love. It's gonna come to me, but it was one of the multicolors of Red Heart Super Saver yarn that I thought it was Red Heart, and then when she said this is Walmart's brand, and she turned it and it was Walmart's label, I'm like, oh my gosh, I never seen that yarn at my Walmart. And so yeah, so that's, I hope they're gonna bring it over here. Maybe it's something new that started over there. But it looks just like, you know, the Red Heart Super Saver yarns. They got all those different nice colors, and some of them are bright and some of them are not. Hold on a second. Let me get this over here. So this is all the green I had left over. So I'm gonna start using this. But this is the green I need to get to do the cardigan, to do the a crop sweater crop. And anyways, the Red Heart Super Saver, Walmart in the UK sells exactly almost the same one as the Red Heart Super Saver. What is it? What is it called? That yarn that has that beautiful green, yellow, orange, pink. I made something out of it. I'll make something out of it. Oh yeah, I made the um jellyfishes. The jellyfishes stuffed animals out of that one. Yeah, so I was surprised. I was like, shoot, bring that over here. Anyways, so well, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate each and one of you guys. Next I'll be getting next month probably I'll be showing what I'm gonna be giving away for the 1,500 subscriber giveaway. Yeah, I need less than 100 people. I forget how many people I need. Maybe 70. So I'm gonna have get that all organized and do a short video on it so you can see it. And but thank you so much for being here, all my subscribers and viewers, supporters, and also anybody watching in the back and the behind the bushes. Thank you so much for being here. And I guess I will see you again, God willing. Was today Monday? Um Thursday and Friday, but I'll see if I'll do a video before that. All right, guys, take care. God bless. Be safe out there. Bye for now.